Good evening, everybody. My name is Baso, and this is Adrian. Today, we're going to work 3 exercises that dealing with your shoulder. These 3 exercises, is called offset. So what offset means is that it's going to be only one weight on one end, and what makes this exercise a little bit more challenging is because it's a 5-pound kettlebell. Yes, 5-pound kettlebell attached to a resistant band. So the main focus is on this is not only are we doing strength training, we're also engaging your shoulder stabilizers, so stability training in that shoulder. And because it is offset, it's engaging a lot more muscles than just your shoulders by itself. So it's everything from your wrists, your forearms, to your trap, to your front delts, side delts, rear delts. There's a lot more engagement in this one. So a lot of the exercise that we do, I talk a lot about how your body's in balance. And when you do the same exercise every day, your body gets plateaued to it. So you have muscle memory. So it doesn't take as much strength or energy to do the same exercise that you do every day. But when you're using the same muscles all the time, and not training those smaller muscles, you're more prone to injuries long term because you just repetition, doing the same motion all the time. So switch up how you work out. Start targeting those smaller muscles in your body, especially if you want to get stronger. If you target the smaller muscles, it'll help support the larger muscles that you're engaging all the time. So the first exercise is going to be front shoulder raises. So Adrian's going to start with her weak side first, left. So the concept to this is she's going to put one hand, the weight is only on one end, and then she's going to put her hand all the way at the end of the stick and then halfway. So the stronger you are, the further your arm away from the weight. The closer your hand to the weight, the easier it is. So depending on your level and how, if you're a beginner, I would start off like this and then gradually move your hand further down. So she's going to do 10 reps on each side with 2-second holds. You know, you're not no beginner. You better scoot that hand down. So I'll count her reps, her holds. We're going to do 10. Reason I'm going to count it today, you're going to be able to see. So while you're watching this video, this is a good way to determine if one shoulder is a lot more dominant than the other. Even though you may say you're right hand dominant, you need to know how much more dominant it is. And if it is more dominant, you need to focus on working on the other arm and shoulder, because you don't want, when one shoulder is being overused, it's always going to pull on the weaker muscle. So you got to make sure you're balanced on both sides. So when she's doing it, you'll be able to tell in the video if one stronger than the other one and how big of a difference. If she able to do both equally, then that's good. That means she's been working on both sides and not just focus on one. So ready? The key to this too, she's going to keep her butt and back against the wall, so that way she's not arching and using her lower back. So if you keep your butt against the wall, the emphasis is on your shoulders, and that's why we're up against the wall, and keep your butt against the wall. So we're going to do 10 2-second holds. Ready? 3, 2, 1, up. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. If I want to make it a little harder too, I'll spin it. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. This was too easy for her. 1, 2, 9. 1, 2, 10. Great. So everything from her hand to her wrist, her forearm, biceps, triceps, shoulders, even her upper traps, everything on this one side is being engaged. Even you have glute engagement as well, and obliques, because you're trying to stabilize the weight. So we'll do the other side. She did good. She didn't even stop. I should have moved her arm a little closer. Ready? Up. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 9. 1, 2, 10. Hey, she did good. So as you can see in the video, there wasn't no big discrepancy between her right and the left. Now, keep in mind, Adrian's been training with me for a while, so when she first started with me, it wasn't like that. Like, big discrepancy is like she did the left side. If she would have stopped 3 or 4 times and stopped none on the right, that's too big of a discrepancy. So you need to get it to where at least the left, if you're doing the left side, it only drops 1 time out of those 10 reps. So, but if it drops 2 or 3, we need to focus. So don't always focus on doing 2 hands and using a bar, even though she got both hands on this bar, only one shoulder is really doing all the work. The other hand just helps stabilizes the stick. It's not doing any of the weight. It's actually the hand that the weight is closer to is doing all the work. So the next exercise number 2, same concept, but this time she's going to hold it underhand. And same concept. This is exercise number 2. We're going to do 10 2-second holds. Ooh, you move your arm further. We need to see a little struggle. Ready? Up. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 5-pound weight. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. She make it look easy. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 9. 1, 2, 10. Great job. As you can see, her hands were a little bit, she wasn't even holding it halfway down the stick. It was a little bit closer to the inside. So a little bit more difficult. Again, the closer your hands are together, the more difficult it is. The further apart it is, the easier it is. So when you try this at home, I would start with the wide grip, especially if you don't have a whole lot of shoulder strength. Again, don't be scared to do upper body. I know when Adrian first started with me, she didn't want to do upper body because she was afraid that she didn't want to look like a man. But I had to talk her into, hey, can't just focus on lower body, because she works on a computer a lot. She's always typing, and it's great to work your upper body. So you don't have to have the size of your lower body, but it has to be proportionate as far as strength. So you focus on working your lower body, everything ties into each other. So everything works together as one unit. So if one unit over time, it'll start being imbalanced, and that where you start getting those mid back issue, lower back issue, shoulder issue, because you're afraid to do upper body. Don't be scared to do upper body. Most of the times it's genetics. Plus, most women, they produce very little bit of testosterone. Men produce a lot of testosterone. So it's a lot easier for a man to gain muscle because we have a higher doses of testosterone than versus women. So don't be scared to do it. And we're only doing 5-pound weight. So it's not like we're doing 10, 15, 20 pounds. So the way we're doing this offset, it feels like, we can ask Adrian. Adrian, that 5-pound, how much does it feel like? Does it feel, see, 20 pounds. So it's not about the weight, it's the technique. So I can make a 5-pound weight, make it feel like it's 20 pounds. So as your body think it's 20 pounds, it's going to grow strong like it's 20 pounds. So trying to keep minimum weight and trying to be more effective with the workouts. All right, we'll do the other side. Ready, up. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 9, 1, 2, 10. So that was exercise number 2. So exercise number 3 is going to be the lateral raises. So the difference in this one is the further away from the weight it is, the more difficult it is. So tests your forearm strength along with your shoulders. So you can start off like this and then work your way up further away from the stick. So it just depends on how strong you are. Starting off, I would pretty much go right here. But because it's got a resistance band in the weight, it has that where it's always bouncing and you got that variable tension while it's bouncing around too. So Adrian's going to start off like this. She's going to do 2-second holds. We'll do 10 reps. So this is exercise number 3. Yeah. Out of all 3 exercises, this is the most difficult one. So you trust me, you may see it stop a few times this time. You ready? And the objects keep the stick level. So here, keep it level. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 9. You can hear her breathing. She's struggling. 1, 2, 10. She did good though. We'll go do the other. So keep the stick level. We're gonna do 10 reps, 2-second holds. When you're at home, you can do 3 sets of this. Turn it into a whole full blown out workout. Ready? Start out level, up. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 9. 1, 2, 10. Good job. Have any questions? Leave us a comment and we'll get back to you. Thank you for this evening, Adrian. All right, y'all have a good night.